everybody. I'm Jim Setzer, and welcome to Images by Design Studios. This morning in the studio, I've got my good friend Ken Lees. How are you doing today, Ken?
I'm doing great, Jim. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming out. I really brought Ken in. I invited him to talk to us a little bit about this amazing nonprofit that Ken founded, and I'm honored to be a part of it. It's the Pong Gives Foundation. First, tell us, how did Pong Gives get started?
Good question. I don't know that we have enough time to talk about it.
We have all the time in the world, Ken.
So it was 15-ish or so years ago when, professionally speaking, I was having a weekly get-together, cup of coffee with a fellow entrepreneur, and he asked me a question that particular morning, which was, what do you do professionally to give back? And I'm watering that down a little bit, but those conversations had a spiritual tone to it. And I bumbled my way through an answer. I left that Panera coffee time with my friend, and I struggled with my inability to answer that question. So after just a lot of soul searching and just trying to figure out, look, I spend 80-90% of my day, as most do, in their professions, in their careers. For me, I needed to figure out a way to better answer that question. So to fast forward, we are now in our 12th year of formulating a nonprofit entity that utilizes the sport of table tennis, the game of ping pong, as a way to improve mental health and brain fitness, because while any activity is good for the brain, playing table tennis is one of the best therapeutic exercises for the brain. So as a result, that's how it all started.
All right. So what are some of the activities that the Ping Pong Foundation does during the course of the year to help support brain activities in the sport of ping pong?
Good question. So while our mission is to improve mental wellness and brain fitness, it's our hope and it's our practice to integrate table tennis programs into the community wherever we can. For example, for our seniors, we're now in 26 retirement communities, having provided the equipment, the balls, the paddles, the tables for our seniors to now form ping pong clubs and have some fun around that. Westminster Canterbury is our poster child. They, here in Virginia Beach, locally, I believe now have 3 ping pong tables, 2, we'll call them water pong tables, and 40 residents that make up the W.C. Pongers Ping Pong Club.
Okay.
They're competing with other retirement communities and such. And so for our youth, we're integrating table tennis programs into schools, where after school activities now are ping pong clubs for various public schools, private schools, and even on a residential level, homeschool children. So whether it's a church, a business, a retirement community, a nonprofit, or a school, we're just looking for every possibility to use table tennis, talk about it, play it, but the real meat in all of that is that it's one of the best therapeutic exercises for the brain.
So you don't really think about ping pong as a brain exercise. It's a light physical sport. So how is that ping pong is good for the brain?
So much is happening with the brain after just 2 minutes of hitting the ball back and forth. Various aspects of the brain are being activated. For example, if you and I were just hitting the ball a little bit and you blow a shot, you've got to control the temporal part of your brain, so that your anger just doesn't get out of control. But just a little bit of activity activates the prefrontal cortex, and then there are other parts of the brain that are activated because you're reacting, you're anticipating to whatever that physical aspect is. A neuropsychologist, Dr. Scott Sauter, he happens to be our board chairman, can speak to that a whole lot more eloquently than I.
Sure.
But beyond mental benefits, there are the physical benefits as well as just the social benefits and how fun it is to engage with someone over a Pepsi or a cold beer on a ping pong table.
Great work. So you're obviously not paying for all this out of your pocket. There's got to be a way that the foundation brings in money. Can you talk a little bit about the events that you put on to raise money to keep this mission going?
Sure. We're so happy that, well, we think we're so happy that last year's COVID issues are behind us. But during the course of the year, we'll have anywhere from 4 to 6 events during the year. As it relates to schools, there's the Battle of the Paddles School and Scholarship event, for example. We do a Pups for Patriots event as well at a local venue, and that's really designed to help those that are PTSD challenged or our veterans and first line workers. And we do that through our Pong for Pups event. Our biggest and most successful event is that called Ping Pong for Charity. This is our 12th year going into it, and it's through that event, and it's a multiple day event. It enables us to write checks back to 6 charity partners that are all mental health or brain fitness focused, like Parkinson's, for example, locally, Alzheimer's locally, Vanguard Landing locally, and most recently our board just approved the addition of Camp Grom, JT's Camp Grom, which is our venue host this year, but at the same time they do such wonderful things for our youth that it's just a great partnership.
So if anybody's listening to this and would like to get involved in one way, shape, or form, either a volunteer for an event, or maybe they're interested in the sponsorship or can give something like to do silent auction items, tell us how we can get in touch with you and the foundation for any of those things.
Sure, thanks. So pingpong.gives is the website that shares all that you would want to know about the health benefits of playing, all that we're doing as a nonprofit entity and giving back in the local community. But specifically for our event coming up October the 8th and 9th called Ping Pong for Charity, while all of that is on the pingpong.gives website, you may remember pingpongforcharity.com as another resource. And be it sponsoring, be it volunteering, be it registering to play in the event, or get tickets to our celebrity VIP social ping pong party. We're cooking a pig and chicken, live band, food, drinks, and a whole lot of social ponging going on. You'll not want to miss that, so you can get tickets for it, which is again October the 8th and 9th.
All right. Who are some of the celebrities that you got coming this year?
Well, we have at least 8 or 9 currently. There were 3 guys known as the Duke Power Company that played for Duke in the early 80s, late 70s. Kenny Denard, Gene Banks, and Mike Jaminski, all of whom went on to play in the NBA. If you're familiar with the movie Mortal Kombat, or maybe the TV show 24, his name is Adani Maropis, a fabulous guy, just a very gifted Hollywood star, entertainer, actor. He's coming into town, as well as Ioana Papadimitriou. It's taken me 5 years to get that name right. She was formerly Miss Greece. She also was a Greek national table tennis champion. She's coming into town. Locally, Wendy Larry, former ODU women's basketball coach, is just hugging us for all that we do. And DJ Dozier, another name that may be familiar, and the list goes on.
Looking forward to this fall and you know, talking again with all those great stars that come back. They're all great people.
Well, Jim, you make a good point. I mean, if it wasn't for people like you, local business owners like Images by Design, and all of our corporate sponsors, we wouldn't be able to do what we're able to do. So thanks for being the official Ping Pong for Charity video and photographer for our events. And again, we couldn't do it without you.
That's my pleasure. Well, it's an amazing story. It's a great nonprofit to be associated with. I want to thank you for bringing me along a little bit for the ride. And I hope everybody's seeing this. gets involved in one way, shape, or form. There's, like I said, there's volunteer opportunities to be had for a lot of the events, and of course, always welcoming corporate sponsors or small businesses that can give a little something for a silent auction item or whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
And just as a tidbit of knowledge, for the rest of this month, the end of the month, the buy one, get one free $65 ticket for the party goes away. So it's an early bird incentive. Now's the time to get it if you can.
It's a great party too. Looking forward to it, Ken.
Awesome.
Thanks so much. All right, man. All right.